Well, around the world tonight, the new migrant caravan is now making the trek from Mexico toward the U.S. They're hoping to reach the U.S. before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. It consists of about 1,500 people. Many who are fleeing political and economic instability in Venezuela appealed for Mexican official support to help them get to the States. Just want Mexican officials to support us and let us move on. We don't want to stay here. We want to reach a future, the American dream, where we are treated like people, where we can live and take care of our families, our children, and the people we leave behind. They fear once Trump's second term begins, he'll close the border. They're also concerned that Mexican authorities will intensify immigration enforcement within their borders.
I don't want any American papers. I have the best citizenship in the world, Venezuelan. I don't want any American documents. I've already been there. To be clear, I don't like this country. The only thing I like about this country is the dollars. Nothing else. I don't like this country. How dare people evict others from places not theirs? They're just like my mom. My mom kicked me out. She kicked me out of here. I said, how can you kick me out when this isn't even yours? No, the benefit for me from my mom was $4,000. And ask me what my mom did with the $4,000. Ask me, look at what she has left. I'll show you how much my mom has left of the $4,000. She has it stored here. She's not in the room where it's stored right now. Look, $40 is all my mom has left. Can you imagine that?
Join me for my Wyack shopping trip today. I'm getting everything except some fruits I picked up a few days ago. Here I've got my beans and cereal. Most labels say WIC or WIC approved, making it easier to find eligible products. You can also scan items using the WIC app. I'm going to grab a box of this. See how approved items have WIC on the label? I'll take one of these too. I'm picking up 32 jars of baby food that were allowed. Here's the baby food section. I'm also getting 3 jars of baby cereal, either rice or wheat. I've got all 32 jars of baby food and some wheat cereal here. Here's the cheese. It's great for scrambled eggs and with tortillas. This is the milk I usually get. In the one with the green cap. It might be a different brand, type, or cap color. So this is the one I pick up here. Hello, good morning. How are you all doing? For those wanting the $500 aid but don't have the application link yet, I'm not sure if it's for all U.S. states, but don't lose hope. Some say it's wrong, we're not using the government right, but it helps newcomers.
A large number of migrants have mocked America and taken advantage of the system, sometimes both. This channel has exposed many of them. Throughout that process, I've read so many American horror stories in the comment section, from people who can no longer buy food like they used to, get proper health care, or even pay their bills on time, and so on. That is why I recently did a giveaway to give back to my amazing subscribers, but also to maybe help someone in need. Then the winning comment was chosen, so please meet American citizen Angela Johnson. Her story is truly incredible. She lost her husband last year on December 23rd, 2023. Angela and her 2 little girls, Devyn, 10 years old, and Bailee, 8 years old, are currently under a tremendous economic hardship. She's been trying to get a job, but thus far, she's had no luck. Eventually, Angela found herself behind on many of the bills, to the point where even some neighbors helped her out by paying some bills so that she and the children could continue to use the main house utilities. As you can imagine, she's extremely depressed, and I don't blame her for it. She needs some guidance, which I am in the process of giving her. In addition to that, I have opened a GoFundMe page for Angela and her 2 little girls. with the intention of giving her the opportunity to receive some further assistance from other fellow Americans in the meantime she gets a job and gets back on her feet. Likewise, this past Christmas, Angela wasn't able to give her kids proper gifts, and that's because she technically has no money on either her checking or her savings account. Hence, I would also like to share her Amazon gift registry page so that if anybody would like to buy her or the children any gift, you are welcome to do so. Both pages will be linked down below. My friends, even if it's $1, it would help this family a long way. So I would truly appreciate if you can donate to this wonderful American family. I spoke to Angela twice. The first time was via a Google Meet, and the second time was in person. We both agreed that her story should be shared with America because there's so many other stories similar to hers that rarely ever get any attention. In any event, you're about to watch the main parts from the two conversations we had. And when it comes to the government assistance, well, the amount of help she's receiving in comparison to what a lot of these migrants are getting today is purely pathetic.
Yeah. When I was, that's why I said that in my message. Like I watched you because my mom found your channel, and and my mom's 68 years old. She called me up one day. She's like, "Oh my God, you gotta watch this guy." Okay, I'll check him out. So that's how I got into your channel. But me and her are on the same level. We are so sick and tired of these illegals coming here and getting stuff. I'm like, look at me. I didn't create my situation, and no, I can't even get $300 per kid from because I think if I got TANF is what they call it here, it would only be like maybe $300 or $356 per kid per a month. That's what, $700 for 2 kids, and you can pretty much use that money for whatever bills and going to Walmart and stuff like that. Anything that's not food. And I couldn't get that because I didn't have childcare. And then I'm like, I bet these illegals aren't even walking in there and having to do these classes that they want us to take. Yeah, it's not right.
In total, right? How much you're receiving from the government in total, if you do the math?
We're gonna say 2,100 if you count the food
So around
stamps.
2,100.
Yeah,
so
with
let's
the
keep
food
it around.
stamps.
Yeah. So let's say 2,000, right? $2,000 a month. Now, I did the math on one of my latest videos on how these migrants are getting around, on average, over $10,000 worth of hotel accommodations, and yet an American citizen that is struggling is getting around $2,000 a month. I mean, that is insane. Okay, guys, so I'm on my way to Angela's home. I want to put her story on the record and give her some immediate assistance. This way she can have a little bit of more time in the meantime she gets back on her feet. In addition to that, I have a surprise for her and her children. Nice to meet you. How are you? Hi.
I'm Bailee.
Bailee? Hi, Bailee. She's a little bit shy. How are you? Well, it's very nice to meet you. And you're fine. And that's another thing, is that I want you to throw it out to the universe that you are going to be okay. Moving forward, you're going to be just fine. You and your family. You guys have a lot to look forward to. So do not give up. I'm going to be in touch. Okay?
Hello, my name is Angela Johnson. After today, me and my kids' lives will get better. Now let's get started.
Okay, so Angela, tell me, when were things normal for you?
Before 2020.
What did you call normal? How was your life at the time?
My husband had a good job. I was staying home taking care of the kids. The kids got out a lot. They got to do special activities. Our bills were paid.
What was your husband doing for a living?
He worked for IATSE 720 state chance.
So it's 2020, everything is going well. Well, prior 2020, right?
Yes.
And then 2020 comes along, and then what happens?
Well, 2020 comes along and they did the lockdowns for COVID, and my husband was out of work for a year.
For a year.
Yep.
And then
After that, that's when all of our bills started collapsing and couldn't keep up anymore. And we were really struggling.
did he get any unemployment assistance?
In the beginning, he did, but I can't remember. I think it was only like 4 weeks or 6 weeks. After that, he did not. Well, they gave extra stimulus money for like 4 to 6 weeks. And then after that, he was getting like $420 every week, but that wasn't enough to cover our bills.
So it was still, it was challenging for everybody.
Very, yes.
Okay. And then what happened? When did it get to the point where he just couldn't handle it? Was he trying to get other jobs? I think you mentioned that.
Yes, he was trying to do landscaping, but that was hit or miss. A lot of the jobs he did, he would get ripped off. So he would work for like 12 hours and he would get no money. And so, but he didn't get a lot of landscaping jobs. And then he just got stressed out. I didn't notice right away that he was having difficulties.
You were not working at the time, correct?
No, I wasn't.
So when was the last time you were?
Yep, I left my job at Texas Station when my daughter was born. So
I see.
6 years ago.
Okay, so you've been a stay-home mom for about 6
6
years.
years.
All right, and then so he tried to do other jobs after he
Correct.
got laid off,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
He started hoarding, and things got a little out of control. I didn't notice that. I guess hoarding is a sign of depression. He didn't talk to me about it a lot. He bottled it up, I guess. I mean, some of my his friends probably knew more than I did.
You mentioned that he asked you something about, does it bother you?
He did. 2 days before he killed himself, he looks at me and goes, "Does any of this even bother you?" And when he said that, I didn't know what he was referring to. I thought he was referring to everything going on in the world, with inflation and all that, but he was referring to the bills. And he didn't talk to me. He didn't discuss it with me, so I didn't know how bad the bills were.
Everything was under his name. He was the one paying everything.
Everything was under his name. Yeah. Oh, well, except for the cable bill, I guess, but
I see.
that was in my name.
Okay, so then bills are piling up.
Yeah.
And then it is December 23rd, 2023.
Yes, 2023, yeah.
What happened? What were you doing?
That day it was a normal day. I was washing dishes and Mike was upstairs. And next thing you know, I heard a thud. And so I went to investigate and I didn't see him outside. I didn't see him in the garage. I went upstairs and he had locked himself up there. And I couldn't get in. I tried a screwdriver and that didn't work. So I called my mom and told her, I hope Mike didn't do something stupid. And she's like, oh my God, I hope not. I was like, I think I better call somebody. She's like, well, you better call somebody. So I said, I'll call Rick, who's my neighbor 2 doors down. And Rick was a friend of Mike's. They hung out probably more at that time than we did. And when I called Rick, I said the same thing to him. I hope Mike didn't do something stupid. So he said, oh yeah, me either, so I will be right over. So he came over and actually had to jump my fence, and because the keys were locked with my husband upstairs in that bedroom. And I didn't want to break. I didn't want to break in the door. But he's like, I think we're gonna have to break the door in. And I said, just do what you got to do. And so he broke the door down, and we were looking for Mike, and found him in the bathroom.
That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, your life changed completely after that.
Yes.
How did you manage? I mean, he was the one paying the bills.
It was very tough in the beginning. It still is. My husband didn't leave me anything. It was 7 days from the first. All the bills were about to be due. And I didn't even know he was in the arrears with the energy company, which was a large amount of money, $685. Rick, my neighbor, cut me a check for $685 to cover that.
And you mentioned that you didn't get immediate assistance. Why?
Well, I got some assistance on some things. I tried to get TANF, and when I went to the welfare office, first of all, I had to wait 3.5 hours because they took certain people who walked in of certain nationalities over people like me. And when I got up to the woman and I was going to apply for, temporary cash assistance until I could figure out what I was going to do. And the lady said I had to take like 2 classes or something like that. And I'm a newly single mom who's going to watch my kids. And I said, well, I don't got a babysitter. And I was like, so can I bring kids with me? She goes, no. I said, well, then how am I supposed to take your classes? I said, do you guys give childcare so I can take these classes so I can get TANF? They said no. So I wasn't able, I finally said, then forget it. I can't do it then because I have nobody to watch my kids.
What was the schedule for the classes like?
They didn't tell me any of that because I couldn't take the classes. But I think there are 2 classes. I don't know how many hours they are, but you got to take them like 2 days in a row.
What was the purpose of the classes?
I think the classes are to educate you on getting a job. That's what I think they are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, so then eventually you got assistance. What did you receive? What are you getting right now?
Right now I'm getting food stamps and Medicaid.
Okay, and the food stamps is around $500 a month, you said?
$556
a month. Okay.
Yep.
And then
for 3 people.
And then the survival benefits
Survivor benefits.
are how much?
They were $807, but starting January 1st, they go up to $827.
Okay. So, and then your mortgage here is how much?
It was $929.40, but on the 1st, it goes up $40, the exact amount that I'm going to be getting extra on survivor benefits.
And then you have a HELOC debt on top of that.
I do.
Under his name.
It's under his name, yeah.
Okay. And have you tried to get that removed or talk to anybody about it?
I talked to the bank. You can't have it removed because he put the house up for collateral.
I see.
And he did that without me. It's not in my name.
And is the house under his name or your name?
Right now, it's under his name. So
in total, you're paying about $1,500, you would say, with the HELOC and the mortgage?
$1,544 or $48, somewhere around there.
So then you use your survivor
benefits
for that in addition to the assistance for the kids, or is that separate? Because you're able to cover at least the mortgage and the HELOC, correct?
Yep, that's it.
With what you get, is that you get $800 per kid? Is that what it is?
I get $827. Well, starting January 1st, I'll get $827 per child.
Okay, so that would be around $1,600, give or take.
Well, with the 807, it's $1,614.
Okay.
So it's $40 more from that.
And that covers your home in the meantime. However,
that's it.
You have bills.
Yep.
And then you also have the inflation. I mean, buying food now, grocery shopping is become a challenge for a lot of Americans. So then you are struggling to get by with the $500 that you get from EBT benefits.
Yes.
How do you manage?
Well, we've been going to the food banks.
So you believe that $500 a month is not enough for you?
No, it's not. Definitely not. It seems like every time you go to the grocery store, everything is at least $5 or greater.
Do you run out of money?
I do run out of money, yeah. I run out of money probably 10 days prior.
So without the food banks?
And my neighbors have been helping me with that too.
You mentioned also that you've been trying to get a job.
Yes.
How's that been going for you?
That is a challenge.
Why?
A lot of places don't call you back. I did recently have an interview, but unfortunately I did not get that job.
And something happened with your vehicle. What happened?
I was in a car accident on August 30th of this year. My car's still sitting unrepaired because the parts are on back order.
And what were the details of the accident? You mentioned something about you were unsure if this person
This person had no driver's license and no insurance. So my insurance had to cover it. I don't have a rental car because she didn't have insurance. So I'm stuck here with 2 kids and no vehicle.
So you were rear-ended?
Yes, I was rear-ended.
You asked the person for a driver's license?
Yes, I asked them for their driver's license and they tried to hand me their passport.
Wow. Were you able to find out from where the passport?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
I don't remember where they were from.
What about the driver's license? Was it a valid one?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It expired in July of 2024 and I was hit in August.
What did the police tell you?
I actually went and filed a police report.
So they didn't come to the scene.
No.
You had to go to the station.
Yep, I had to go to the station.
Okay. Did you call the police?
No.
I see. Why didn't you call the police?
Because a lot of the times they won't come for little fender benders like that. So I decided to go down to the police station. And it still acted as the same thing.
So right now, how are your bills looking?
Not great. I'm behind on a lot of my bills. I haven't paid my water bill in over 90 days. It'd be over 90 days now. My trash, at least 90 days as well.
And I think you mentioned that you had some credit for the gas. So at least you're covered on that for now.
For now.
And then the electric was also paid, I think you said?
Yes.
Was it a neighbor that helped you, or how
Yes.
a neighbor helped you out with the electric bill? Okay, so then you're behind on the water bill and the trash bill. Those are the main concerns for you right now.
I'm trying to think if there was another one. Yeah, those are the main 2, I guess.
Okay, so mainly your trash and your water bill are behind. And how are your kids doing?
Not so great. This one, she's innocent, so I think she's managing okay. I don't think she quite understands. Other one, not so good.
Have they told you anything about how they feel?
Yes.
What have they told you?
My 10-year-old, when we got back from Costco the other day, told me that there was no point in living. We don't ever get to go anywhere. We don't get to do anything. All we do is sit at home all the time. So there really is no point in living.
Wow. Well, I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want your kids to feel that way.
Me either.
I know you're going through a tough time. I mean, this is very challenging, but you do have a point in living. You have a lot ahead of you. All of you do. This is tough, no doubt. I know that, everything you've gone through, especially in Christmas, right? You mentioned that Christmas time, this past Christmas was
not that great.
Not that great. How did you celebrate Christmas? Can you please share with everybody?
I cooked dinner for the girls. They did get a few items. I went to Salvation Army and was able to get a couple gifts there. And then we drove down to the biker toy drive and got a couple more toys there. Plus, a wonderful neighbor also got them stuff as well. A few things from Dollar Tree.
And what about the Christmas tree? There was some, you mentioned your kids were talking about.
Yes. The Christmas tree I did borrow from a neighbor as well.
And you had to return it right after.
I'm going to return it, after New Year's.
I see.
We'll hold on to it until then.
Your kids were bugging you about the Christmas tree?
Yes.
What were they saying?
They wanted the Christmas tree up. Even with, at least she did. The other one didn't say a whole lot, but Bailee here really wanted a Christmas tree. She had been bugging me for 2 weeks. I'm the one that didn't feel like putting up a Christmas tree this year.
Why? I kind of know why, but...
Everything is sad.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew there wasn't going to be a whole lot to put under it. I didn't want to disappoint them or myself.
So that's why we're sort of like, I don't think I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because
it was depressing.
It was more depressing than making you feel better. Well, I don't want you to feel that way. Thank you for sharing your story. I found out about you because you won in that giveaway video where you sent a
Yes.
comment.
I almost forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, well, no, don't, because you won.
Yeah. When I was that's why I said that in my message. Like I watched you because my mom found your channel, and and my mom's 68 years old. She called me up one day. She's like, "Oh my God, you gotta watch this guy." Okay, I'll check him out. So that's how I got into your channel.
And so I started watching. I've been watching for a few months now. And then I happened to see the giveaway that you were doing. I think it was your first one.
Still allowed to have here in America, right? Anyway, that's why I wanted to announce the first ever VegaAxis YouTube channel giveaway. The prize will be a $150 Visa gift card.
I didn't really expect to win anything, and I think part of the contest, I was already a subscriber, and I think you said to write your story. I can't remember, but that's why I wrote my story in the comments. And then I didn't even remember the day the contest was going to end, and I just happened to wake up at 2:45 in the morning that day, and you were the first video I watched. I was like, I know you put one out yesterday, so I'll watch it. And then you were talking for a little bit, and I didn't know it was about, you were going to mention the contest. And then all of a sudden, you're like, said something about the contest, and the winner is, but you said, "You, sir."
Right.
I thought that was funny.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I
Yeah.
was like, I think you did that on purpose to throw us off.
Right.
So, yeah. And so then I saw my name, and I cried.
You did?
I did.
Why?
Because I've never won anything, and $150 to somebody who doesn't have it means a lot. So yeah, I couldn't believe I won the $150. Maybe it doesn't mean a lot to some people, but to me it does. It helps.
Well, thank you for watching, number one,
Yeah.
and for subscribing. And when we were talking via the Google Meet, I told you that actually, after hearing your story, I'm sure there are others, and we're probably going to do this with others as well. And you were actually saying to go ahead because this means a lot to you, and you know that there could be other people out there that really need any assistance.
I did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That 150 made my night. It really did. Like people like me who don't have nothing, who really are struggling, it means a lot. It's like not just a little, it's a lot. I haven't had that much in I don't know how long now. I just do what I got, but it means it really does. It help. You have no idea how much you help people just by doing a little bit like that. There's a lot more people out there. You're welcome. I wanted you to know that. Like it wasn't a little bit to me. Like I never win anything. So it definitely helps. And my kids were happy too. They understand what's going on. So thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you for thank you to your mom.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
So hello, mom out there, right? What's her name?
Connie.
Connie. Well,
Morgan.
She's a subscriber too.
She
Well,
is.
thank you for subscribing. I think that's so nice. And then she shared, because I tell everybody, share the videos. So she did.
She did.
That's great. That's great. What do you think about what's happening with this migrant crisis? How all of these migrants are getting so many benefits, hotel accommodations, free food, and they're able to just come here unvetted, pretty much unvetted. How do you feel about that?
It's definitely not right. It makes me really mad. When I went to that welfare office that day, and I couldn't even get TANF because I didn't have childcare for my children when my husband just killed himself 7 days ago. And they're able to, I bet you anything, they're not walking up in the welfare office and being told that they have to take these classes. They're just being handed all these benefits. But I have to actually jump through hoops. It's not fair. And not only that, but as I'm sleeping on my chairs, the same chairs you're sitting in, for the last 10 months, they get to go sleep in a nice comfy bed in a free hotel paid by the taxpayers. And I've been a taxpayer too. Nobody's ever helped me like that. I can't just walk in and expect the government to give me all these handouts. So yeah, it really makes me mad.
Just for clarification, for those that may not know what's TANF, can you explain what that is?
TANF is cash assistance, basically, for needy families. The only way really to get it is to not have an income, which at the time I didn't. I couldn't even apply for survivor benefits until my husband's death certificate came in, and that took 2.5 months. I was struggling for 2.5 months. If it wasn't for my neighbor Rick, who stepped up and helped me out a lot, I don't know how I would have made it.
Rick, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how do you know the family?
I met her through her husband. They being 2 doors down. My parents lived here from when I was a little kid. And when my parents passed, I inherited the home. So, I decided to stay here in Vegas again.
I see. And so you were closer to the husband.
Yeah.
When did you find out, how did you find out that this happened to him?
And she called me up and kind of beside herself a little bit.
What did she say? What happened?
She says, "Can you please come help? I can't get Mike to answer me." So I came over and I told her, I said, "Well, we're going to have to open the door the hard way."
Because it was
all
locked?
we could do. Yeah, well, I had one, like, the motels have, that swing arm thing that locks the door.
Yes.
That's what was on there.
I see. How do you just busted
I
open?
just put a shoulder to it and opened it up.
And what did you find? What happened there?
Oh boy, I found him in the shower. Just like he was over the top of the toilet and down in the shower with a centrifugal hole right there. It was weird because, man, it was not a good day for her at all.
Did you have any indication that this was going on, or did he say anything at all?
No. I didn't know nothing about it until she called me and said, something bad. And it was definitely bad. All I told her when I seen it, I said, 911. That's all you can do at that point, And they're trying to tell me and her to pull him out of the shower and give him, what they call it, resuscitation? CPR. I told him, I said, a little bit past that now.
So they try CPR?
Yeah, I told him, you ain't gonna be CPR that one. And he was gone.
And from there, you saw her struggling.
Yeah.
How did you assist?
Well, I did what I could for her. Her and the girls, anything they need. I only live right there, 2 doors down.
You've paid some of her bills too?
Yeah, a few, yeah.
You're a really nice guy, you know that.
Yeah, well.
Not a lot of people do that.
Sometimes I kick myself in the butt.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you for doing that.
Her and the girls. Her and the girls, they're good. They don't deserve what's happening. It's not their fault.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, it's something that just came on top of them, and
yeah,
they didn't cause it.
Yeah. Sometimes when it jumps up and bites you, it jumps up and bites hard.
Right.
So, you do what you can for them.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for being an upstanding person and helping her out, and I'm sure that everybody watching will thank you as well, because not a lot of people do that, what you've done. You've paid some of the bills. That's simply amazing.
So, it's like, what comes around goes around kind of thing,
Right.
My parents didn't leave me rich. They left me to where I don't have to struggle so much. But, you do what you can for who you can. That's the right way to do things. Our government's not going to help us. That's a given. They're not being nice at all to us.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? That the government has been ignoring Americans? We're sending so much money to other countries.
Yeah, everyone else gets the money and we get the crap.
Yeah.
That's true. They're not doing nothing to help us.
You feel forgotten?
Oh, and then some. I'm retired, so, I don't work that much, but I'll tell you what, living on a fixed income, even with no house payment's a little hard. Fixed income suck.
Yeah. How about the kids? What have you noticed about the kids?
Devyn has been really sad. Bailee, not so much. She likes to sit there and help. She's a good little trooper right there. She was helping us today. She's a good little girl. Both of them are.
And the older one is a little bit more.
Yeah, she's been pretty sad.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for what you've done. You know, it's amazing, really. You're really a great person, you know, and I'll try my best to help her out as well. I know she's going to get up through this and she's going to move forward. We're going to help her as much as we can. Thank you.
She needs all she can get.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. In total, right? How much are you receiving from the government in total, if you do the math?
Right
Everything. Yeah, right now. On a monthly basis.
Does survivor benefits count?
I guess you can say
That's from
is that from
government,
the
isn't it?
government as well? I think
Well,
so.
I mean, he paid into Social Security, but you still get it from the government, I guess.
Okay, so let's count that in.
Okay, so
Let's be nice to the government and count that in. Let's see how much it's going to be.
okay, so right now I'm getting.
Doesn't have to be exact, just average.
Okay, I'm just
yeah.
gonna guess.
No, it could be, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna say 2,100 if you count the food
So around
stamps.
2,100.
Yeah,
So
with
let's
the
keep
food
it around,
stamps.
yeah. So let's say 2,000, right? $2,000 a month. Now, I did the math on one of my latest videos on how these migrants are getting around, on average, over $10,000 worth of hotel accommodations. And yet, an American citizen that is struggling is getting around $2,000 a month. I mean, that is insane. That is insane.
It is.
And I don't care, you know, I don't care what state. It doesn't matter if it's New York or Nevada or whatever it is. It shouldn't be happening.
No,
It doesn't make any sense.
no. And that's just in hotel accommodations. That doesn't include
Exactly.
our education,
Healthcare,
that there's healthcare,
the food,
the food.
Yeah.
Yep.
and obviously the services that they are receiving when it comes to their documentation as well, because, you know, they're getting some form of documentation. I mean, I know that a lot of people in the comment section say, oh, they're illegals, but the Biden administration has actually made them sort of legal because they're getting
Yes.
Social Securities, they're getting work permits. And they're mocking, by the way, I mean, I have
They're
videos of them
mocking
mocking the Social Security, mocking the work permits.
Yeah.
And they do all these dancing videos in the hotels that we're paying for.
Yeah.
And here you are struggling,
I
barely
wish I
getting,
could shake my booty in a video and
right.
on a
Yeah.
taxpayer's dime.
That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just,
They're having the time of their life.
yeah.
Not us Americans. There's a lot more people, I'm sure, just like me. Left behind.
Left behind.
Mhm.
Well, on behalf of the Vega Access channel, Angela, and when I say that, I mean everybody that is a subscriber that has sent super thanks, is a member, obviously, and you know, that have sent cash apps as well. I want to give you some gift for you and your family. So first of all, I want to start by giving you your gift card.
Oh.
Okay, so here it is. So you want to, congratulations.
Thank you.
And then in addition to that, I have these other couple of gifts here for you. So this one is your garbage bill, and it has been paid.
Paid it?
Yep, has been paid. And
Thank
this
you.
one right here is the other one that was of your concern. The water bill also has been paid.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
So this will give you some additional time. In the meantime, you continue to apply, and I know that you will get a job. And also, I want you to send me your resume.
Okay.
I'm going to enhance it for you.
Okay.
That way you have better chances at the interviews, and I know you're going to get hired very soon. And I'm also going to talk to you some more about, I know you've been off the workforce for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some training, some interview training. Okay, I'm going to help you with that, you know, so you can be prepared for all of these interviews that you're going to get, because I know you're going to get a lot. Okay?
Okay.
And that's another thing, is that I want you to throw it out to the universe that you are going to be okay. Moving forward, you're going to be just fine, you and your family. You guys have a lot to look forward to. So do not give up. I'm going to be in touch. Okay? And then I also have some gifts for you and your daughters.
Yeah, see, I was doing YouTube prior to my husband's death. But once he killed himself, I was in the middle of making a video when he killed himself. And then after he killed himself, I was just too depressed, never went back on there. I almost finally got to the 50 views I wanted just so I could go out in public and do a live video. And I was at like 48 or 49 subscribers, and then he killed himself. So I just never did it again after that.
You mentioned that you had a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Tell me about that.
I started that back in 21, I think, 2021. I wanted to help others prepare in case of a disaster, and because of inflation. So I walk around the supermarkets and show people the shortages, and I also do the prices as well.
And you said that you were doing a YouTube video when the tragedy happened.
Yes.
How was that?
I was working on a video right before my husband killed himself, and I never actually finished it. And then after he killed himself, I discontinued for now doing the YouTube channel.
So you were home
I was at home.
and you were recording here.
Yes, I was.
So I subscribed to your YouTube channel. Okay.
Yay.
I subscribed,
Thank
and
you.
I want everybody watching to go and subscribe to Angela's YouTube channel. You're going to continue to do content. Okay. Just take your time, obviously. I know you have a lot going on, but we're going to support you. We're going to go subscribe to your channel, and I'm going to put the channel, her link in the description, and you're going to see it on the screen as well. So you can go ahead and proceed, making content. Okay.
Thank you so
And
much.
then I saw on your channel that you have an Amazon, is it registry?
Gift registry. Yes.
Gift registry. What do you have on there? I was trying to look at it.
A lot of it is kid stuff, clothes, toys.
This is for your girls.
I even have toilet paper, paper towels on there.
All right. So,
Yeah,
and this is for your kids.
mostly yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to put the link of that in the description as well, so that if anybody wants to assist, they can. And I wanted to tell you that in addition to the gifts that we brought for you, I have opened a GoFundMe page for you as well, so that anybody that wants to assist in the meantime Angela gets back on her feet can do that. And the link will be in the description of this video. All right?
Thank you so much.
No, you're
It means
welcome.
a lot.
No, you're welcome. You're going to be fine.
Thank you.
All of you guys are going to be fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think
You guys have been a blessing.
No,
Really?
you're fine. It's just, when I saw that, I was like, we have to help her. This is a little surprise for you, Bailee. Here you go. One is for you, and then the other one is for your sister. Okay? You can pick whichever. And then this one is for your entire family.
I finally see what it is. Is that a white Christmas tree? I've always wanted one like that.
When are you sending it up?
Do you want to set it out even though Christmas has passed? We can do that. Thank you so much.
Then you have to sit down anyway.
Well, you can
Well,
have two. You can have two Christmas trees. This is your own Christmas tree. So you can have it up whenever you want. You don't have to worry about making any returns. You don't have to worry about returning the other tree. I don't want you to be worrying about Christmas or be sad about anything. There are no rules to this thing, okay? You can have a Christmas tree up for a month, 2 months, it doesn't matter. Now it's yours. This is for you and your family. I wanted to take you and your sister out and your mama out as well, but your sister's a little bit shy, and I understand. But do you like going to the movies? You do? Do you want to go to the movies? Okay, so I'm going to give you, your sister, and your mom some movie tickets. So you guys can go to the movies and watch something. Do you have anything in particular that you like? Which movies do you like? You don't know? Well, I'll show you the options and then you tell me which one you like. How about that? Does that work? Yeah? Okay, cool. Good job.